Good morning everyone and welcome to the latest Shannon launch. I love these days. It's a great reminder of some of the best things we do, putting exceptional equipment in the hands of volunteers, equipment that's been designed and built here really to withstand all the elements. It's exceptional kit and it's just wonderful to see the latest 1349 behind me. And this Shannon class lifeboat is destined for Whitby on the northeast coast of England. I thought I'd just introduce my platform party here and I'm going to embarrass them a bit. I know many of their colleagues are here. If anything I say is incorrect, then blame Claire. So first of all, Becky Taylor, who's a fundraising and marketing and data and applications manager, and she leads the team that looks after all fundraising, marketing and media data and applications. Very big job for us. It's essential because as Sir William Hillary once famously said, with cash nothing is impossible. During her time at the RNLI, she's developed a new way of working that has reduced delivery times for marketing data and application changes, a far simpler data collection mechanism for our supporters to contact the RNLI within the Web Forms project, and she's implemented the final part of a new retail catalogue for our volunteers. She's made massive strides in ensuring that our customer relationship management system and marketing platforms are delivering what the RNLI needs today so that we can deliver greater income through digital channels, send out faster communications to supporters and save around £450,000 per annum. So a big change. She's done all of this through taking a one crew approach in bringing multiple teams together. Becky's also been instrumental in her team's personal development, which has resulted in several internal moves and promotions. Thank you, Becky, for joining us. You can all applaud. Slightly embarrassed. Okay, Ashley, it's your turn now. Ashley is a network analyst who started as an apprentice 7 years ago and has since demonstrated the skills and expertise to become a network analyst and an integral part of the team. He's a dedicated IT professional who's played an instrumental role in the development and maintenance of our IT infrastructure and telephony systems, making a significant contribution to the RNLI's success over the years. His passion for technology and his commitment to his work are a testament to his character. He is respected and valued by his colleagues and superiors alike. Most recently, his work on the Network and Phones project has been invaluable, and he is always readily available to members of the project team for his input. In his personal life, Ashley and his partner Tasha, is she here?
No.
Have beautiful twin girls who are 3 years old, and he cherishes the time he spends with them whenever possible. Thank you, Ashley. So why are Becky and Ashley here, I hear you ask? Apart from their great skill and contribution to what we're doing, it's become a tradition at these ceremonies that we try to pay tribute to some of the very many different types of people who keep the show on the road and make all of this work. So it's not just about seagoing crews, not just about people who build boats, it's also about people who bring the money coming in, keep the data flowing, help us buy things, move stuff around the country, all of those various disciplines, the post room, etc., all of those various disciplines that really make the RNLI work. And for me, it is very important to mark these different contributions, part of my great belief in one crew. So that's why you're here. And it is a great privilege to be here to launch this latest Shannon class lifeboat. I'd like to thank everyone, a lot of them at the back. Thank you, guys and girls, for everything you've done to get this Shannon in such fine shape. She looks fantastic and ready for launch into the water. One very important person who's not with us today is the donor, whose very generous legacy funded this lifeboat, and along with about 8,500 people who gave money to put the names of loved ones on this Launch a Memory lifeboat. I'll talk a bit about that in a moment. So I'd like to thank you all for joining us, whether you are a volunteer or a member of the of staff, and I think it's mainly staff today, to celebrate this. She will be known as the Lois-Ivan, and that relates to both George and his wife, Lois. So Lois died in 2005. He left a legacy wanting to mark his partnership with his wife when he died, and that is why she's called the Lois-Ivan. There is a special story behind every lifeboat, and this George Ivan Stone's story is as follows. He died in February 2019. He left all of his estate to the RNLI, one of our very many generous donors. He spent half of his time in the family home in Derbyshire, at Belper in Derbyshire, and the other half in a home he owned in Bedale in North Yorkshire. And his partner, as I said, Lois, passed away in 2005, and he's left this money for this lifeboat. We've also, as I said, had 8,500 people give money to place about 10,000 names on the lifeboat. And you're all familiar with this now. She will be, in fact, our 5th launch and memory lifeboat. The 4th is still in build, actually, which is Anstruther. And she will have the decals, when they appear on the side, will be made up of those 10,000 names. Just to give you some idea how successful that campaign has been, this was the fastest launch and memory appeal. We hit 10,000 names in 19 weeks. We ask for an average donation of about £50. The average actually was just a shade over £60. So we raised £603,000 through people donating to put loved ones' names. The highest donation for a name was of £6,000. Pretty extraordinary. We're very grateful to all of those people. The lovely thing also is that really for very many of those individual people who gave money to put the name on the side of this lifeboat, they are new supporters for the RNLI, and they've become regular supporters. And for those of you who've been involved with the Launch and Memory open days here, they can be incredibly special experiences. I've had the privilege of walking around the factory and looking at the Clifton boat, actually, the last time, with 2 different groups of people, and talking to them about why they had chosen the names that they had chosen to put on the lifeboat. And I felt a bit guilty afterwards, because all I seemed to do was make people cry. But it was extraordinary, the emotional connection that people felt between themselves, their family, and the lifeboat they were looking at through having the name on the side. So it's a very special thing. So we're now going to move on to a couple of messages, well, one particular message that has come from Whitby's Lifeboat Operations Manager, Barry Brown, and Chairman of the Lifeboat Management Group, Mike Major, who sadly can't be here today, but they wanted to send a message to us all. And they've said, "We look forward with great anticipation to the arrival in Whitby of our new Shannon class lifeboat, knowing that it has been painstakingly made in the all-weather lifeboat centre in Poole, using the best of materials by a skilled and dedicated workforce." That's all of you. Due to be named Lois-Ivan and given the operational number 1349, she will replace our Trent class lifeboat, George and Mary Webb, which for 27 years has served us well. But the new boat will take us into a new era of enhanced capability with her state-of-the-art technology. We thank the generous benefactor, Mr. George Ivan Stone, for providing the funds to make this boat available to us, and we thank the thousands of supporters under the Launch and Memory campaign who have donated in memory of loved ones so as to have their names taken to sea with us on every shout or training exercise. The crew and all of us at the station, along with many others here in Whitby, eagerly await the arrival of our new lifeboat and look forward to seeing her on station, ready for service. We warmly welcome you, RNLB Lois-Ivan. And that's from the LOM and the Chairman of the Lifeboat Management Group in Whitby, a special message to all of you. So we now move on to the ceremony. And just to remind Becky and Ashley, the job is to ring a total of 8 rings. Marks the end of this watch, the beginning of the new watch. We've already agreed how we're going to do it. And as the rings are made, the lifeboat will begin to go down into the water. And Ashley's going first. Okay, 4 rings, Ashley. And Becky. Very good. Well done, both. Well done. And in she goes. There we go. She's in the water and floating. Thank you everyone at the back. And thank you all very much indeed for coming today. And thank you particularly to my platform guests, Becky and Ashley, not just for coming, but for all you do for us. Thank you. Well done, everyone.